Humanity has always looked up at the night sky and wondered, what's out there? For thousands of years, the stars guided our ships, inspired our myths, and made us dream of other worlds. But in the last century, those dreams leapt off the page and into reality. Today, we're taking you on a journey through the entire history of space exploration, from the very first satellite to footprints on the Moon, and now, the bold mission to reach Mars. Buckle up, because this is the story of how humans turned the impossible into history. In the 1950s, two superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union, were locked in the Cold War. Their rivalry wasn't just about armies and nukes. It was about prestige, technology, and proving who could reach beyond Earth first. On October 4, 1957, the Soviet Union stunned the world with Sputnik 1, the first man-made satellite to orbit Earth. It was just a metal sphere with a radio transmitter, but it sent a clear message. The space age had begun. Americans panicked. Newspapers declared the U.S. was behind in space. Schools rushed to improve science education. And Washington poured billions into NASA, founded in 1958 to close the gap. Then came the next milestone. On April 12, 1961, Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first human in space. His capsule, Vostok 1, orbited Earth in just 108 minutes. When he landed, Gagarin instantly became a global hero. The U.S. responded with urgency. Just weeks later, President John F. Kennedy gave a bold challenge. We choose to go to the Moon, not because it is easy, but because it is hard. That set the stage for the space race's greatest prize, the Moon. Throughout the 1960s, NASA raced ahead with the Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo programs, testing rockets, navigation, and survival in space. Finally, on July 20, 1969, the world held its breath. As 600 million people watched live on TV, astronaut Neil Armstrong stepped onto the lunar surface. His words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," became immortal. The moon landing wasn't just a U.S. victory, it was a triumph for all humanity. It proved that with enough willpower and ingenuity, humans could leave Earth entirely. After the Apollo missions, the focus shifted. Instead of going farther, space agencies wanted to go more often, and more affordably. Enter the Space Shuttle in 1981, a reusable spacecraft that could carry satellites, telescopes, and astronauts into orbit. The shuttle era gave us milestones like the launch of the Hubble Space Telescope in 1990, which revealed jaw-dropping images of galaxies billions of light-years away. But spaceflight was never without danger. The Challenger disaster in 1986 and Columbia in 2003 were tragic reminders of the risks astronauts faced. Out of competition grew cooperation. In the late 1990s, nations joined forces to build the International Space Station, ISS, a football field-sized laboratory orbiting Earth. American astronauts, Russian cosmonauts, and later Europeans, Japanese, and Canadians lived and worked side by side, conducting experiments, testing long-term survival in space, and proving that space exploration could unite the world instead of divide it. For decades, space travel was run only by governments. But in the 2000s, a new player entered: private companies. SpaceX, founded by Elon Musk, developed reusable rockets that dramatically lowered costs. Blue Origin, Virgin Galactic, and others followed. Suddenly, space wasn't just for superpowers, it was for innovators and entrepreneurs. These companies made it possible to think bigger: permanent moon bases, asteroid mining, and even Mars. Today, we stand at the edge of a new chapter. NASA's Perseverance rover is exploring Mars, searching for signs of past life. The Artemis program is preparing to return astronauts to the Moon, this time to stay. And beyond that lies the greatest challenge yet: sending humans to Mars. It's a journey of 34 million miles, with radiation, isolation, and years away from home. But just like the moon landings, it's no longer a question of if, it's a question of when. Some say the first human to step on Mars is already alive today. In just 65 years, we've gone from a tiny beeping satellite to rovers on Mars and telescopes that see the dawn of time itself. Space exploration is more than rockets and technology. It's about curiosity, courage, and the belief that humanity's story doesn't end on Earth. So the next time you look up at the night sky, remember, we're no longer just stargazers. We're spacefarers, writing the next great chapter of human history among the stars. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey through the history of space exploration. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our deep dives into history's greatest stories.